Hannah, you said that you don't know me personally, but your grandmother has been telling you what we've been up to try to get you into the hospital from that county jail.
Yes.
Okay, and just tell me, how medically are they treating you right now? You were supposed to go to you were supposed to have a on the 22nd. You were supposed to have a what?
I was supposed to start rounds with dialysis on November 22nd.
Okay.
And I was brought in here on November 19th.
Okay, and why were you violated, do you think?
Honestly, I'm not really sure now, but at first it says that I was unaccountable for 10 hours of my time.
Right, and you were helping your child, basically.
Yes, I had left my PO, Eric Lear, numerous messages, and so did my grandma, letting him know that there was an emergency came up. I needed to go pick my son up from my mother, and I had police escort during that time.
Wow, okay. And so, in your charges, why you're, not that it matters, because you have the right to be treated medically and not be, in there being neglected and your medicine's not right and everything, and, you're to the point of passing out, but what are your charges? They're nothing that's, violent or serious.
I have one F4, and it's for theft. That's it.
And your mom pressed charges. It's a family thing, right?
Yes, my mom and my stepdad pressed charges, and then they took back their charges, and the state of Ohio picked them up.
All right. Okay, so tell me about how your grandma said you passed out in the shower.
Yeah, I've had 2 episodes where I completely went unconscious. I was taken out of my dorm and took into the hallway, and a triage nurse came up and saw me. The first time they gave me crackers and glucose tablets because my sugar was extremely low. I'm hypoglycemic. And then the second time, they just laid me down on my mat, took my blood pressure and my pulse ox, and checked my sugar, and basically said that I was fine. There was nothing they could do because I wasn't insulin dependent.
And what about this pregnancy? Was there a doctor from Mount Carmel or something that looked at you?
Yes. I was taken to an OBGYN clinic. They shackled me up and took me on the bus and took me to Mount Carmel. And it was to verify my pregnancy and to tell exactly how far along I was. And then I got back from that on Thursday of last week, and they said that I would go every week on Thursday now. Or once a month on Thursday now, I'm sorry. Okay,
and so they're supposed to take you to look for dealing with the baby once a month. And
yes.
And you have hepatitis, baby doll, because you have addiction issues that you're dealing with, right?
Right.
But you got hepatitis, you have diabetes, which you're supposed to be getting insulin, correct?
Yes.
The jail is malnutritioning you, right?
Right.
And you're trying to get sometimes the inmates to share some food with you because that baby inside of you needs nutrition.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a 3-year-old son, and you're laying on the floor in the county jail with one mat on the cold floor.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and I've put in at least 4 call cards to the medical, the blue call cards, and the actual social services call cards to get a secondary mat because they said that with pregnancy and with neurological disorders, it's posted on the wall downstairs in the nurse's office that you're able to receive 2 mats, but the doctor has to write an order for that. And when I went to chronic care on Tuesday of last week here at the jail, the doctor told me that if he had to give me a mat for my medical problems, he would have to give every inmate a mat.
That's not true. Not most inmates are as sick as you are. And have you gone into a diabetic coma before?
I have, yeah, twice.
And you suffer from seizures?
Yeah, I have epilepsy.
And
I take
go ahead.
medication for it, so.
Are you taking that medication there?
They're not giving me the adequate dosage. It's half of what it should be. And they did a medication refusal as of yesterday morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, that they stopped all my medication except for my seizure medication. So I'm not receiving any of the antibiotics. I'm not receiving the antiviral medication I take for the hepatitis. I'm not taking my Prozac. I'm not on my insulin. I'm not on my blood thinner. I'm not on my thyroid disorder medication. I'm not on my high blood pressure medication. Like, they have not given me any of those medicines. They just stopped them.
How are you feeling, honey, with the baby? Can you tell?
I feel like weak and dizzy, and I had some bleeding, like some blood clots, and I put a call card in, and then I had hemorrhaging, like anal hemorrhaging going on, and I went to a doctor for that, and they just basically told me that with the medical conditions that I have, it's not safe to carry this pregnancy. They suggested a medical termination, which is basically, layman's terms for an abortion.
All right, baby. I want you to know I have a bunch of people, a lot of people on my Facebook God tool that is praying for you. We have 3 civil rights attorneys, one that is a professor that has written books fighting for you. I have talked to your attorney. He said it's fine that I record this for documentation, but he is not helping. So we are doing what we can, and we have already scanned all the medical documents, which was so much just for a month for you, sweetheart. And I hugged your little boy today. I kissed him. I told him we are doing everything. He's okay, all right? And we're going to get him, set up with everything he needs to get him through this, baby doll, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And everyone's praying for you, and everyone knows you don't deserve this. And, what is there anything else that your grandma says she's going to be there tomorrow, right?
Yes.
That's your visit. Okay. And
yeah, she comes up and visits me.
I want you to hold on for dear life until, if we for some reason can't get you to the hospital in the next couple of days, with your testimony, this should not be hard to do. Now that I've heard from you personally, but if we can't on Friday, I'm going to be at your court date. Do you think you're going to be able to hold on until then?
I mean, basically, I'm just trying to sleep as much as possible, I put another blue card in tonight at 9 o'clock, though, and I told the nurse, my side where my liver is extremely swollen and bruised, so I let her know that, I know the ibuprofen's not good for my liver, but I need something for pain. Yeah. So I put another call card in, and hopefully it'll get answered.
And what about, didn't a deputy kind of push you? That happened to me when I was in the jail.
Yes, actually, the first time that I collapsed and I was taken out and given crackers and glucose tablets, she had me sit outside the dorm in a chair for probably about 20 minutes, and then they checked my sugar again, and it was fine. It was 93, which is perfect. And the deputy, Miss McNeely was her name, and she pushed me in the door, slammed the door, opened the trap, and told me that I needed to Google whatever it is I thought I had and go see a doctor for it, because obviously it's a mental disease. That there was nothing wrong with me.
Well, we've got all the paperwork to prove otherwise, sweetheart. And you have several diagnoses, and we love you. We believe in you, and we are sorry. I am so glad you called me. I'm sorry it's been hard. I have all those inmates calling me from the jail, but I have been holding my breath to hear your voice. Miss Amy, I was in that jail for 11 months. I saw the most horrific things that I still can't believe I saw what I saw. I know you've seen someone having seizures in there. I know you've seen a lot too. And we're just going to you are our first and foremost absolute priority, and this is a red alert. And like I said, your grandma is a fighter. She is going for it, okay? And Matthew, I've talked to him. I know he's trying to hold in there, okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm trying to tell him just to be strong. Let Miss Amy take care of my part of it, and for him just to, one day at a time, breathe and talk to you on the phone and be your support system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a great support system.
I know you're very blessed. There's some people, that have no one. Will you try to check in with me at night, honey?
Yes, I can.
You will?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else? I'm going to turn this off. Is there anything else you want to say, to people who are worried about you and